material possessions, living slowly, breathing deeply, and being sincere in every thought. That is the key to happiness of the Bhutanese people that I perceived throughout my journey exploring this country. But besides these, Bhutan also has many strange and unique customs and practices. So what are they? All will be presented in a video about the 15 strangest and most unique things in Bhutan. Let's explore with Vu Chu Win Bai right now. Women are allowed to have multiple husbands at the same time. In traditional Bhutanese society, not only men but women are also recognized for having the right to multiple husbands. This is not surprising, as polyandry has long been an integral part of Bhutanese culture. The main reason for this is to protect and maintain family property, an important value that the Bhutanese people hold dear. While in some countries, men having multiple wives is normal, in Bhutan, women having multiple husbands is rare. This has created a unique cultural diversity, making Bhutanese people more open-minded compared to developed countries. In the past, places that maintained monogamy often restricted women's perspectives and rights. While in Bhutan, women are considered equal to men in all aspects of life. However, polyandry today only exists in small tribal groups in Bhutan. While fewer people are participating in this form, progress and innovation in society have gradually changed people's perspectives and lifestyles, making this rarer in the modern era. There are no traffic lights. In Bhutan, traffic lights are not as common as in other developed countries. Instead, residents and tourists often see traffic guides at important junctions. These people are usually locals trained to control the flow of vehicles safely and efficiently. Although it may seem chaotic, this system actually works very well. The interaction between traffic controllers and drivers occurs naturally and effectively, hoping to minimize the risk of traffic accidents. This demonstrates consensus and respect among community members. The reason for not using traffic lights may be related to several factors, including cultural and technical factors, because Bhutan is a country that preserves and maintains traditional culture, and using traffic guides can be seen as part of upholding these values. Additionally, installing and maintaining a traffic light system may require high resources and technology, which Bhutan may not be fully prepared for. Therefore, keeping the traffic system operational by using traffic guides may be a temporary solution suitable for the country's conditions. Interestingly, despite not using traffic lights, Bhutan still prides itself on its safe and efficient traffic system. The interaction between people and vehicles is an indispensable part of daily life, and not using traffic lights is also considered part of Bhutan's unique culture and identity. Not using smartphones. Bhutan, known as the Kingdom of Happiness, is a country located in the Himalayan region of South Asia. Although located in an area with rapid development in information and telecommunications, Bhutan still maintains a traditional lifestyle and upholds some unique policies, including restricting smartphone usage. One of the most unique and notable aspects of Bhutan is its education and cultural policies. Bhutan prioritizes human development and believes that true happiness comes not only from owning advanced technological devices, but also from immersing in nature and human relationships. Therefore, the Bhutanese government has implemented some measures to control smartphone usage in society. This is not a strict ban, but rather an effort to keep the community focused on spiritual and social development rather than on the digital world. It is known that some Bhutanese people still use mobile phones, but this rate is low compared to other countries. Instead, people focus on maintaining traditional values and participating in cultural and spiritual activities. They also carefully consider the balance between digital development and preserving traditional culture, and they continue to seek a balance between these two factors to ensure sustainable development for their country and people. People are not afraid of death. In the unique society of Bhutan, thinking about death is not something strange or frightening. But Bhutanese people regularly confront thoughts in the end of life, and this becomes a natural part of daily life. What is notable is that in Bhutan, thinking about death does not carry fear or anxiety. Instead, Bhutanese people often use thoughts of death as an opportunity to face difficult emotions and think about positive thoughts, seeking happiness and meaning for their daily lives. Particularly in the Buddhist culture of Bhutan, there is no persistence or fear of death. Even images of death often appear in art and culture, considered as part of maturation and accepting life comprehensively. From these thoughts about death, Bhutanese people learn to live a meaningful life and fully embrace each moment. They do not hesitate to challenge but instead seek understanding and contemplation to live their lives in the most optimal way. Cutting trees, fishing is illegal. Contrary to many other countries, in Bhutan, cutting trees and fishing are not only illegal behaviors, but also crimes against the environment and nature. With a strict regulation, this country requires at least 60% of the territory to be forest, a decisive measure to protect precious forest resources. Cutting trees without special permission is not only considered a violation of the law but also carries severe consequences. Violators may face heavy penalties, even being sentenced and having to serve prison terms. At the same time, the Bhutanese government also encourages people to participate in tree planting, aiming to promote environmental protection and create a sustainable supply of fuel and building materials. Similar to tree cutting, fishing and hunting animals are also strictly prohibited in Bhutan. Violators will face similar heavy penalties as illegal tree cutting. However, one thing that makes people angry is that despite such strict punitive measures, there still exist secret fishing activities at night, showing the challenge in promoting legal compliance and environmental protection in this country. In Bhutanese society, animal slaughter is not only a covert action, but also a curse from ancient times. This is not only a legal regulation, but also a profound cultural value, passed down from generation to generation. Bhutanese people live with the deep belief that every creature, from humans to insects, carries a soul, and accepting life and respecting all species is undeniable. However, although animal slaughter is taboo, this does not mean that Bhutanese people have to accept a completely vegetarian life. Instead, they have found a clever way to maintain their nutritional needs without violating cultural boundaries. Fish meat with its diversity and rich nutrients becomes the top choice for Bhutanese people. However, more interestingly, this commodity is not produced in their own country. Instead, most types of fish meat are imported from the neighboring country, India. Particularly, the slaughter taboo does not stop at animals, but extends to small creatures like insects. This means that individuals in Bhutan must respect life in all forms, even the smallest. Even when a cow or an insect crawls into a hotel room, killing them is considered an unacceptable action. This is not only a rule, but also a way of life, a philosophy that Bhutanese people have embraced for their lives for centuries. Bhutanese people do not have surnames. In the unique and deeply traditional society of Bhutan, the concept of surnames does not exist. In this country, each individual not only has one but often two names, but there is no clear distinction between surname and given name. This creates a unique characteristic. When each child is born, they may have a completely different name from their entire family, making it quite difficult to identify blood relationships. Instead of parents naming their child right from birth, some parents in Bhutan often wait for a blessed day before taking their child to the temple for a month to bestow a name. This creates a sacredness and respect for the naming process, as each individual is considered part of harmony with the spiritual world. Without surnames, identifying family relationships can only be done through each individual's name. For example, Queen Bhutan, Tetsin Pema, has a father named Jigme Kasar Nambo Wangchuk and a mother named Sangay Chodin. But her siblings have different names, creating diversity and uniqueness in identifying family relationships. This makes Bhutanese society rich and complex, with each individual carrying their own story and distinct identity. Theme of violence and social evils. Another interesting point about Bhutan is that this country has no violence and social evils. The Bhutanese government has implemented many measures and policies to prevent and eliminate violence and social evils. This includes building educational and cultural programs to raise community awareness about the consequences of violence and social evils. Thanks to these efforts, Bhutan has achieved one of the safest and happiest social environments in the world. Additionally, the government also promotes the construction of infrastructure and social services such as schools, hospitals, and community centers to support people at risk of falling into violence or social evils. These efforts help improve the quality of life and minimize risks related to violence and social evils. Moreover, Bhutan also promotes economic development and creates job opportunities for its people, especially for ethnic minority groups and those in rural areas. Strengthening the economy can help reduce economic and social pressures on families, thereby minimizing the likelihood of falling into violence and social evils. However, preventing and eliminating violence and social evils is a long-term process and requires commitment and effort from all sectors of society. To date, Bhutan continues to strive to create a sustainable and happy social environment for all its people. Bhutanese people often wear traditional attire. In the diverse and deeply traditional society of Bhutan, wearing traditional attire is not only for special occasions, but also an indispensable part of daily life. For men, the traditional attire is the go, while for women, it is the kira. Whether going to work, visiting temples, or even in important events, Bhutanese people remain loyal to this traditional attire, especially for those working in the government. Wearing traditional attire is mandatory. Bhutan is one of the few countries where men regularly wear skirts, called go. The go has a history dating back to the 17th century and originates from Tibet. It is not only a cultural symbol but also has practical functions. The large front pocket not only helps cover the abdomen, but can also hold phones, keys, and even small children. Male guides in Bhutan often wear the go, and are required to carry a white cloth when leading guests to the fortresses. Before trekking through mountainous regions, guides can remove the upper part of the go and tie it around their waist to stay cool when the weather becomes hot. This is an indispensable part of Bhutanese culture and lifestyle, creating a unique and deeply traditional image of the people here. Bhutan is not only a beautiful country with majestic mountains and lush green valleys, but also renowned for its pioneering role in environmental protection and sustainable development. Notably, Bhutan is the only country in the world that absorbs more CO2 than it emits. With about 70% of its land area covered by forests, Bhutan is a green lung of the planet. The entire country strives to protect and expand natural areas, making significant contributions to absorbing CO2 from the air and reducing the impact of climate change. The people of Bhutan are also famous for sustainable development in the field of renewable energy. This country is one of the few in the world with the highest export revenues from renewable energy, especially from Bhutan. With abundant natural resources and government commitment, Bhutan has made significant contributions to reducing air pollution and minimizing environmental impact. Bhutan is not only a model in maintaining balance between economic development and environmental protection, but also a source of inspiration for other countries worldwide in promoting sustainable development and environmental protection. In Bhutan's culinary tradition, not only are Europeans fond of cheese, the people of Bhutan are also lovers of this dish, especially spicy cheese. And what's special about them is their specialty dish, amadashi, chili cheese. Amadashi is not just a dish but also a cultural symbol of ancient Bhutan, often combining chili with pepper and cheese, creating a rich and characteristically spicy flavor. Notably, the people of Bhutan can eat amadashi every day at every meal, demonstrating the preference and importance of this dish in their daily meals. When it comes to home cooking, amadashi is often mentioned first. This shows the popularity and influence of this dish in Bhutan's culinary culture. Additionally, the people of Bhutan also often make cheese into square cubes hung up for preservation, called chogo. Once you start eating chogo, you can spend up to 45 minutes to finish one cube, making the culinary experience more interesting and unique than ever. Tuesday is dry day. In the unique culture of Bhutan, dry day is not simply a term referring to dry weather but is related to controlling alcohol consumption. The people of Bhutan are very fond of drinking in reality. Each adult here consumes alcohol at a level of up to 8.47 liters, higher than a global average at 6.2 liters. With over 5,400 bars across the country and many clubs in the capital of Phu, drinking is an indispensable part of social life. However, to maintain a healthy and balanced community, the government of Bhutan has established control measures, among which dry day is one of the important measures. On these days, bars and beverage stores are prohibited from selling alcoholic drinks. This emphasizes the government's focus on controlling alcohol consumption and protecting community health. In addition to controlling alcoholic beverages, Bhutan has also implemented a complete ban on tobacco. This is a decisive measure aimed at protecting people's health and maintaining a healthy and clean living environment. These measures are not only an expression of the government's determination, but are considered care and concern for the health and welfare of the entire Bhutan community. Natural environment is strictly conserved. Bhutan is a hidden gem among the Himalayas, famous for its rich and diverse natural beauty. With high mountain terrain and deep green valleys, Bhutan is one of the countries with the most incredible biodiversity in the world. The government of Bhutan has placed the natural environment as the top priority and established strict conservation. With the new law on forest protection and regeneration, Bhutan is committed to conserving 60% of the country's forest resources. This ensures that rare forests with rich biodiversity are not degraded due to intensive exploitation. To date, over 72% of Bhutan's land area is covered by forests, of which over 26% of the land area is preserved intact, creating a pristine and untouched natural environment. This not only keeps Bhutan's natural landscape preserved, but also protects rare animal and plant species that need conservation. Protected areas such as Zikmerdori National Park and Hoyanmenet National Park are ideal destinations for nature lovers who want to experience wildlife. And certainly, tourism in Bhutan not only offers wonderful cultural and historical experience, but also an opportunity for you to explore and admire the unique natural beauty of this country. And especially with the strict care and conservation by the government, Bhutan will continue to be a dream destination for those who love nature and wish to explore new things. For a wild and pure experience. Land of the Thunder Dragon, that is the nickname that the people of Bhutan associate with their country. Behind this thunderous name lies a story about the strength and harshness of nature. When Bhutan frequently faces fierce storms and powerful thunderstorms, people when talking about the Thunder Dragon is not just excitement about nature, but also respect and expectations for the strength of their country and nation. Storms and thunderstorms are not only challenges, but also opportunities to demonstrate the patience and strength to overcome difficulties of Bhutan. It can be said that the Thunder Dragon nickname is not just a simple name, but a symbol of the strong and resilient character of Bhutan people. It is an indispensable part of this country's culture and spirit, expressing determination and pride in the ability to withstand challenges from nature. Although Buddhism is the state religion of Bhutan, the culture of this country still reflects the particular superstitions of its people. Throughout the country, you can see many houses decorated with carved phallic symbols, or painted on support beams, as a measure to ward off evil spirits. This superstition often stems from ancient beliefs that symbols like phalluses can bring protection and luck to the family. According to folk views, having these drawings will prevent evil forces from approaching the house, protecting the family's peace and happiness. It can be seen that, despite the development of Buddhism and modern lifestyles, superstitious traditions remain an inseparable part of Bhutan people's daily lives. This demonstrates the richness and diversity of this country's religious and cultural perspectives, highlighting the harmonious combination of traditional values and modernity. In the land of the Thunder Dragon country, every street corner, every household, contains strange and unique things, creating a unique and colorful cultural picture. Bhutan is not only a country of majestic hills and vast forests, but also a place of superstition, patience, and pride in traditional culture. So what about you? What impresses you? Please leave your opinions in the comments below. And don't forget to give the mysterious universe lots of light. Please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss other exciting discoveries. For now, goodbye and see you again. Subscribe to the Gi and MI Go channel so you don't miss exciting videos.